这个小镇跟10年还是08年那第一款游戏的样子还是有点像的，可以说是一模一样。对面那个是不是就是那个旅馆的老板？餐厅就在海边。
I smell coffee.
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls.
谢谢。
It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee.
谢谢。
Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you.
你就是布瑞克警长吧
I'm set for coffee.
You know I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
有人告诉我有目击者。
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No. The Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time.
昨天有不少的主播已经干到结局了，哇哦，卷的是挺厉害。我们还是按照咱们的步调，沉浸式享受这个游戏。OK， 我们要去寻找那2个目击者，是一对夫妻。来，好好看一下。所以这个餐厅里的人应该不是他们，我觉得。这是什么？点唱机坏了，这可怜的老古董只能一遍又一遍的放着同样的歌。我虽然跟别人一样也是这首歌的铁杆粉丝，但得了吧，跟我们没有什么太大的关系。这儿，他就是吗
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy and he's Ed.
哦，名字的话能看得出来，这2个人就是在序章我们看的那一对儿。
Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay?
我想问一下，你们为什么要去巨府
What were
湖
you
啊？
doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here.
和艾伦·韦克连上了。
Getting some details. Perfectly legal.
他也是个作家。
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at
我
us.
呸！也就是我在那会儿大喊大叫，他自己根本就没说话。
Skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
你凭什么认定他就是邪教呢？
What makes you
有
say
道
it was
理
a
啊，
cult?
严谨一点嘛。
The masks and knives aren't enough.
啊，拜树教，对。
Cult of the tree. The cult of the tree. Cult of the tree.
他俩能逃出来也真的是
And then we
万
found
幸
it.。The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
好的，我们已经得到一些关键信息了，对他俩也可以进行侧写了。先看一下他们俩是什么样的人啊，并不是，是针对他们所说的这件事情进行侧写。好吧，先说一下巨幅
The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
哎，这个侧写里面的这个画面是不是真人啊？
Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with the murder. They were telling the truth.
但是他们还是做了一些不应该做的事情，他们拿钳子剪断了什么东西。好，我们再问一下，再侧写一下拜树教的事。
tree. What are the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree bag.
云杉树项链
And
找
this
回来。
keeper is Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists.
OK， 哇塞，我竟然能得到这么多信息，我都开始有点佩服女主角了。好了，拜拜，谢谢。
Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing Deerfest.
Oh, God. Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing
他还有个
happened to
女
your baby
儿。
girl.
刚才我们序章的时候知道他有一个儿子。
I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do.
什
And
么
what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
不是，信息量有点大。首先，我是不是真的有一个女儿，以及她是不是掉到湖里淹死了？不知道。其次，为什么？假如说真的有这个事儿，为什么我会忘了？
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer.
这不是连环杀手，而是有组织、有目的的团伙作案，疑似谋杀。好，我们已经结束了，凯西在这等我呢。
My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go.
好了，我们已经对目击者进行了盘问，现在我们接下来要去看尸体了。
The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
谢谢巧克力饼的幸运贴贴，还有许愿灯。
That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Who else to keep this city clean if not
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
刚好我跟这个警察询问一下，说我女儿什么淹死了的那个人到底是什么人？现在咱们已经进到了这个警察局。
Corpse is downstairs, ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue. All
这3个警察都是咱们见过，这2个是在案发现场见过。
Lead the way, Sheriff.
哇，谢谢。等等，我先把这个线索收了。
Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
See you around.
不重要，就连个翻译都没有，这个女的。
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week. But
一个验尸官要兼顾好几个小镇呢。
Yes.
哦，进行尸检还得需要有资格。学到了。
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking.
他们是不怕鬼吗？
Okay. Let's take a look at our patient.
好了，咱们已经进来了。那么我们先看一下。
Before performing the internal examination.
在做内部检查之前，我们要先看一下外部。死因到底是什么？
The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem.
死后泡过水？不可能啊，对吧？我也觉得是，他就是在那个位置被杀的，而且那个凶手们着急的连心脏和绷带都没有取掉。有字儿，又是纹身吗？但是认识他的那个凯西说，南丁格尔不是喜欢纹身的人，不会身上有什么字儿吧？防御性伤口，证明他已经抵抗了。
They did leave something inside his chest.
还有一个东西我们没看到哦，心脏。心脏上面都写着字儿。
Can't make it out.
Writing.
哦。那这么说，其实序章看到这个男人的时候，他已经处于一种濒死状态。我靠，是书稿。
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here.
看来警察局里边也有一些书稿，不知道能不能上下文联系上？怎么了
No, wait.
他消失了。
Sheriff?
What the hell?
我靠！
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
He's coming. No weapon. The page said to get into the light.
尽量待在光亮的地方，能够避免被敌人发现。这儿呗。我还没有子弹呢。
He can't see me in the light.
主角一直自言自语，所以我们现在得去取枪是吧？好了，安全处能为你恢复部分生命。如果在战斗中离开安全处或者是发动攻击，则安全处暂时无法使用。我知道了。靠，我又看不到。枪在哪儿？哇塞！然后呢？ 他消失算什么呀？你刚才一起检查尸体的那4个人全消失了。张中章，怎么读？怎么回事？结束了？不可能吧！我都懵了。 这咋都唱上歌了呢？稍微听一下，看看它有什么变化没有？总感觉前面的这个模糊的画面要变清晰了。啊，我知道了。第一部的时候，它不就像是美剧一样一集一集的嘛？所以这一集应该是结束了。所以给你听歌，是不是？我去，这歌还挺好听的。好
He didn't have a heart, but he still got up.
第2章了啊。
The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're going to do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this.
等会儿啊！哎呀妈呀，太惨了！我的天，什么情况？
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
唉，这让人有点不可思议啊！第一部的时候，我们得知，在这个小镇当中的一个湖里边有黑暗力量，然后呢，黑暗力量通过吸引艾伦·韦克，让他得到这种力量，并且通过他的小说，因为他是个恐怖作家，通过他的小说让自己的黑暗力量变得更强。然后呢，艾伦·韦克最后也得知这个事情，并且通过自己的写作方式把自己的老婆救了出来，但自己最后永久的困到了湖底。那如果他现在还活着，那这些稿子又是他写的，那就很可以推断出来是他让警长消失的吧。
A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve.
好乱啊！我们被一个死人袭击了，警长怎么样了？先问
Right
一下。
before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. There's no rational explanation to what.
对呀，没办法解释。我们刚才被一个心脏都被摘除了的死人
caused by inhaling
攻击了。
volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward.
那这应该也是
The
邪教
victim
所
of
为
a
吧？
ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal, their purpose.
怎么了？玩过一代，说艾伦真感觉不适应。
The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a taken.
不叫艾伦，叫什么？艾伦。
We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
阿兰，是吧？叫阿兰。阿兰，这回好了吧？
We heard gunshots. You all okay?
Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
谢谢你们的支持。我们现在要走了，回到刚才的巨斧湖。
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
现在我们变成了凯西的主。
Tammy mentioned him.
是叫不是啊？
She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Ha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books.
凯西在说，艾伦·韦克曾经也写过一个叫做亚历山大·凯西为主角的一些书，让人联想到了他。10年之前，他就陆续的收到一些书稿，然后他们就发现了一些类似于书稿上面的案件。他觉得是有人模仿书稿里面进行行凶。但也很有可能，其实亚历山大·凯西并没有发觉自己就是艾伦·韦克笔下的那个人物，是不是啊？第2章心脏。
The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed.
谢谢啊，哇哇飞
The writer of
的
these
荧光
pages
棒。
knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand
所以
this
刚才
strange
凯西
logic.
说的那些话，会不会第一是一个提示，第二是一个彩蛋？他就是在提示我们，书稿可能和现实有一定的联系。
What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
We're not seeing the full picture yet.
这两个人在干嘛？
How are you folks doing?
你们
Saga Anderson.
在干嘛？
Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you. And yes, Stephen here.
知道为什么大家不喜欢你们了？你们一开口就是说，这是你们应该来的地方吗？你们难道没有得到授权了吗？这让人觉得
Nasty stuff. How's it going?
不自主的就想防卫啊！你们知道这边有发生谋杀事件吗？
How did you hear about the murder, Ilmo?
哦，他们知道。
Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend to tell me things. The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Bright Falls. There's our Coffee World Amusement Park. There's sauna ja vihta. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we probably got it.
这什么机器啊？
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, ma'am. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
That's one gorgeous weather saga. Looks Nordic. I bet
他就知道我叫什么名哈。
Stephen, we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. Operations here are run by a different department. I'm
他
just
们
here
不
to make
对
some
我说
repairs.
你们是哪个
The
局
wiring on
的？
this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe. Can't gnaw right through a garbage can.
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery, my hometown, was founded by Finnish immigrants. So between your name and the sweater, I figured your family might be from Finland too. Suomi, Finland. Ulla, Karjalan piirakka.
他是怎么知道我叫什么名的
My mom's family is from Sweden originally. I don't know much about them beyond that. The sweater is just something to remember her by. Thank you. I need to head out.
跟他们俩聊了聊，觉得这两个人很神秘啊，不告诉我一些相关信息重要的，而且他们的这个交谈透露的东西让我觉得有点感兴趣。先不管这个，先看一下这里面的东西。明显有动过手脚的痕迹，信号被重新路由到不是我们的传输器上。我们已经修好了，只要有警告，我们就会发现。但这种事件肯定令人担忧，我会向调查部提交报告。为免换人修理，我留下这份信息。如果你看到这个信息，去检查篡改的痕迹，我们可能要在周围布置更多的安全金属外壳，让浣熊没法得逞。这浣熊点了双引号啊！走吧。
Let's get to the murder site, Casey. A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance.
布瑞克最后不会也会变成了像这种疯狂的邪教徒来追杀咱们吧？我很有。
Something didn't want us to have them, or was protecting him from Nightingale. Spontaneous combustion? I don't know what. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve. Our crime scene's drowning. I never minded rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake in an overlap.
叠界.
So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
现在我们本来以为南丁格尔会在案发现场这儿，但是他不在。咱们只能通过他留下的一些痕迹来找寻他去哪儿。所以刚才他们这个邪教组织的符号还有一种路标的感觉，让咱们从这个地方走。这边这是他的脚印儿，而且他留下的东西好像都模糊的感觉，是吧？
Just in case.
现在我跟凯西分开了，他在这儿，然后我过去调查。你真不来啊？我会很害怕的。这一章很迷很难哦。好的。现在已经发生了很多让我们不可理解的事情。一个人的心脏都被挖了，还能出来攻击人？他明明是在2010年失踪的，却在2018年出现，被人杀了。
The tracks lead into the water. Where'd he go?
靠你大爷
I can feel something. A presence. Nightingale isn't far.
等一下啊，走这儿。拿点子弹。哦呦，2种不同的子弹。 这个是医疗包吧？那个是不是电池啊？这是什么？女巫之勺，巨斧壶。 因其刺巨斧而得名，并没有什么神秘之处。然而，关于这个湖还有许多神秘的故事，比如它是通往地下世界的暗门，或者得名于一名女巫。那巨斧真的是一片湖。传说当地一个警长求爱而不得，于是便指责这位女士对他施了魔法。之后她被淹死了，但是她掉在地上的勺子长成了一棵奇怪的树，叫做女巫之勺。 这个女人回来找冤枉她的人报仇，就算她以前不是女巫，那她现在也是女巫了。她杀了警长，把他淹死在湖里，然后她取出他的心脏，锁在了盒子里。她用心脏把他从湖边召唤出来，向他报仇。至少传说是这样。她都把他淹死了， 把他心脏也掏了，又把这个东西锁在盒子里，然后又把他从湖里召唤出来。你咋的？你是跟他有多大的仇恨？杀他一遍不解恨是吗？这是什么
What is that? Seems like these aren't the same tracks that were here before.
他应该是走到这里了。你可以使用手电强化，对暗物质造成更高的伤害，并灼烧暗物质。
My flashlight burned the dark stuff away.
The fuse was in place. Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay.
什么？哪儿
I trust the pages to lead me to the overlap.
咱先上去啊，看看这地方是不是通往女巫小屋的地方。是的。
This is the witch's hut.
这个不是吗？
I saw something in the woods. Probably just a deer, but I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. I found another page. Following up on a lead. Keep checking in.
Roger.
他的灵魂可能仍然在这里游荡。
The page described the hut being lit and mentioned a fuse.
找到一根保险丝，咱先把门关上。没看着啊。这儿
The fuse box is missing a fuse.
少了一
I
根
need
保
to
险
find
丝
one。to turn on the lights.
哇，这儿呢，看到了。
This one looks good. People should really stop littering, though.
这保险丝好大呀！安上，开了吧。然后咱们调查女巫小屋，把灯关掉。这就是休息室，可以在这保存进度。